Hi there YouTube, it is I, the one, the only, Naudia, Exotica. So, I'm getting like the hang of this camera, okay? There's a skin smoothing, skin smoothing, is smoothing a word? Smoothing, skin smoothing, smoothing, right? It just sounds weird. There's a skin smoothing filter on this and I'm trying to learn how to take it off or like adjust the softness because I feel like my face looked quite soft in the last video, but I'm just kind of getting the hang of this, trying to figure it out. So yeah, I am excited because I have a birthday dinner on Friday. Me and a girlfriend are going to this really nice restaurant and she's treating me, and I'm like, we're celebrating a little early because she doesn't, the week of my birthday is so chaotic. But I have like this blouse that's coming that matches the chartreuse boots that I got from Akira, and I'm excited because it's coming literally the same day. I'm like, oh fuck yes, just in time. And the week of my birthday I have like a lot of different things planned, a little pick-me-up, some certain things here and there that I'm excited about, and I was going to vlog kind of all the little shenanigans and just kind of throw it up on my YouTube, not actually throw up. I'm just gonna throw it up on my YouTube, and I'm excited. I try to make a big deal out of my birthday because it's a really sad time of the year for me, so I'm like, I need the distraction for a little bit, so that's why. But yeah, I'm excited. There's a lot of fun things. And yeah, it'll be good. So, and then Thanksgiving is like 3 days before my birthday, whereas last year it was my birthday first and then Thanksgiving after. I kind of like it when it falls after and not before. There's been times where it's landed on Thanksgiving, but yeah, I'm like, I kind of like it when it's just kind of separate and after, not before. But yeah, it'll be fun. So there's that. What else? I think that's kind of it. I wanted to make this video about transgender dating yet again, revisiting this topic that I've already covered on my YouTube. I've made about, I think only one video, kind of, but I mean, I've touched on trans dating, but technically a video and then a live stream, but it will be probably a reoccurring theme the more I think about certain things. And of course, for those who don't know, I am transgender, male to female. I transitioned at 12 years old. Technically, I like to say 13. And no, I'm not advocating or telling anyone to do anything. I'm not pushing anything on anyone. This is my lived experience. And I am pre-operative, meaning I've had 0 surgeries. I've had cosmetic procedures on my face, not invasive, but not like surgeries. And that's really what it is. So, in terms of trans dating, you guys, actually, wait. I just realized I made like 2 videos and a live stream. So technically 3 times I've touched on this subject, but not this facet of it in particular too much. So yeah, so in particular, I wanted to cover shame, in terms of dating a trans person, in terms of specifically a man dating a trans woman, because that's my lived experience. I can't say that I've had 2 serious relationships in my past. I had met both of my ex-boyfriend's parents. I honestly, I'd been around their friends, like it wasn't a thing. But in terms of how frequent it was, it's been 2 relationships, 2 serious relationships. And essentially when covering this topic of shame, I feel like it also goes hand in hand with outing men, which I have a strong standpoint against it. Like, you should never out a guy unless there is obviously like, there's obviously loopholes, there's obviously gray areas. If you've been like violated, then yes, of course. But like, just for hooking up with you, I don't think it's not fair that you do that. I think you're just as bad as the people who don't like you for outing a guy, like, that's fucked up. But obviously in rare cases, yeah, of course you should out and expose a guy, because if they've done some harm to you, like physical harm or whatever, you know. But I'm getting into like the nitty gritty. But so I just feel like shame is very common. Like, obviously the moment that the public finds out that some guy has messed around with a trans woman, they immediately get shamed for it. Obviously it's a common thing that happens, and especially you see it in the media, and it's fucked up. It's really fucked. I have a little bit of a story time that I wanted to bring up, because this just kind of shows how I'm not fucking with anything remotely close to someone being ashamed of me will never fly. But also, I don't really date. Like, I don't date. So you already know. If you know, you know. You know how I feel about dating in general. No. So, but I remember I was dating this guy. I was dating this guy before both of my serious relationships. But I remember I introduced him to my mom. I brought him actually to my family's restaurant, and we ate there, and she sat and talked for a little bit, asked him questions, and yeah, everything was smooth sailing. He'd come over at times. He was just like this big, kind of tall, goofy guy, and everything was really chill and good. Like, it seemed to be good. He would ride the bus with me because he had gone to school in the same area that I was going to school, so I'd always see him. I think I met him on the transit bus. But there was one day, I want to say this must have been after like dating him for at least a month. I remember I was walking downtown to go meet with a girlfriend, and I was about to cross in this crosswalk, and I'd seen this car, this like hoopty, low to the ground, fucked up, loud engine car, and I'd seen who was in it, and it was him. This guy I was dating with his friend. His friend was driving. He was in the passenger seat, and I'd seen him, and I waved to him because duh, we're dating, right? Like, I thought we were an item, right? Like, we're a thing. And he pretended that he didn't see me. He pretty much, and it's so hard to miss me because I'm crossing in a crosswalk, and I think he was like, they were turning, so it's like, hello. He didn't wave to me. He did nothing. Like, I was really taken aback. And so they just drove off, and I remember being pissed, and I didn't even really think or hesitate. I texted him and was like, what the fuck was that? And he's like, what are you talking about? And I told him, like, I literally just walked past you, and I waved to you, and you didn't even acknowledge me. And then I broke up with him, like, right then and there through text. May not have been the most courteous way of breaking up with someone, but I really didn't give a shit, because it was so obvious that he was deliberately not waving to me because of his friend. And that kind of stuff just doesn't fly with me. And now, because again, I was young, but now, knowing what I know, experiencing what I've experienced, and pretty much like going through, having gone through what I've gone through, I would never settle for nothing like that again, ever. Like, it's not even that I did. I didn't settle for it in the first place. Why would I settle for it now, for one? For two, if I've had a predicament or a situation or a relationship where the guy's parents knew who I was, and I was formally introduced to them, and I was involved in shit, why would I settle for anything less than that, you know? Like, why would it ever come down to me having to be someone's secret? Because, and that's where I feel like the escorting kind of like, that's where it's like, in my head, the way I think about it is, if you're keeping me a secret and I'm dating you, I'm going to get something out of it. Period, point blank. I'm not just going to be something you hide away and fuck whenever you're horny. That's never going to happen. And if it does happen, it's on a payment basis. Like it's transactional, right? But to be like sitting there, not even pretending, to be sitting there thinking I'm in a relationship with you, and then you're out in public with your boys, your homies, whatever, and you don't even fucking wave to me, is like a big no-no. Like absolutely the fuck not. I would never put up with that. I've never put up with that. Being as young as I was, I knew that was not gonna fly. So it's just interesting. I'm like so good. I'm so good. I'm not anyone's little secret. And at the same time, I know in my last video I said something probably a little bit controversial, that like if I were to consider dating, because of how complicated things are in regards to people's families, it's like if you're in the same predicament I am and you don't have parents anymore, you know, it would be most ideal. And I don't think that there's anything wrong in saying that. I think it kind of lessens the hastiness and the issues that can come about. Like it's so fucking crazy. And actually the reason why I feel comfortable saying that is because like I'm not even fucking looking to date. I don't give a shit. I'm like, I don't want anything serious. I don't want a boyfriend. I've been single for a long time and I'm not looking to change that. So it's just insane. But I remember someone, this is what I was going to bring up. I remember someone in a live stream mentioning to me, like, what is it going to take for trans people to become more accepted? Like, do you think it's going to happen? Do you see it happening? And my answer was essentially like, there's been a lot of hostility and a lot of like anger surrounding the trans topic. There's been a lot of hatred. And from what I thought and read and whatever, I thought I heard from somewhere that the moment something does become more acceptable, people kind of latch on and you see an uprise in hatred. But, and like, listen, you can say what you want about the whole politics thing, because like, again, I don't discuss that on my channel. It's dirty. Politics are dirty as fuck and slimy as fuck. But what people are missing is like, in order for trans people to become more accepted, what's going to happen is the admirers also standing up for us, the people who enjoy us secretly behind closed doors, to stand up and pretty much like advocate with us, for us. And I just don't know that part is ever going to happen. I really don't know. And until then, I'll always be charging. I'm not going to do it. I don't want anything fucking serious with anybody. And the whole shame aspect, it's like, it's such a two-way street, because on one hand, it's so fucking wrong for trans people, trans women to out these men. But at the same time, what the fuck are you so ashamed of? You know what I mean? Like, I get it. There's the opinions and perspectives and beliefs of your close loved ones, whatever, but like, it's like, if you fucking enjoy something, and like, I can't speak for anyone else, but I'm out here like loving myself, being absolutely totally 100% vibrant and just out there. So I'd expect the same in return with a partner, and I'm not anyone's fucking secret, and it's just not going to happen. So the shame thing, it's like, why would I settle for that if I've had better than that in the past? You know what I mean? That's essentially what I sum it up to be. Like, that aspect of trans dating alone is enough to make me not want to participate. Like, nope. And to be fair, I don't like the idea of like settling down and being serious with anyone anyway. I don't want kids. I do not want fucking children. I'll always say that. No fucking thank you. And oh god, I bet I could come up with like a compilation of me saying that exact same phrase in multiple other different videos, but I'll stand firm on that for forever. No fucking thanks. But like, what the hell do I look like? Honestly, like, why would I don't want that for myself. So really, what's the point? I don't want to settle down. I'm good. It's just not for me. If I have a change of heart later on, y'all will know about it, but I just don't see it happening. So I don't know. I guess I'm just going to sum all this up by saying, don't be fucking ashamed of like yourself. Don't be ashamed of what you enjoy. It's really none of anyone's business until you decide to be serious with somebody. You know what I mean? It's like, it's no one's fucking business until you decide to remain loyal to someone who is trans. You know what I mean? Or give someone your loyalty in that romantic aspect. That's my 2 cents. I personally, again, I can talk on this because of my experience and the fact that I don't want to date. So, yeah, the only dates I want to go on include money. So, anyways, I don't know. Hate me if you want for that. I don't care. Dating in 2023 is like, it's detrimental. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or video requests, feel free to email me. My email is naudiaexotica@gmail.com. Follow all my links at naudiaexotica.com. And also don't forget to read my blog, which is naudiascuriotrove.com/blog. And until the next video, you guys, you will be hearing from me very soon.